Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Keyblade Alley here with a new video for you. In this video, we'll dive into the character Itachi Uchiha from the Naruto anime. I just wanted to greet you guys by saying, just sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. So, let's get started. Itachi Uchiha was one of the Uchiha clan members from Konohagakure village and the older brother of Sasuke Uchiha. He was a ninja that was recognized as a prodigy at a young age. He also had the Mangekyo Sharingan, as well as having different genjutsu abilities, including the Tsukiyomi and the Izanami. With his right eye, Itachi could also ignite Amaterasu. They were black flames that spread on his enemies. Finally, with his Mangekyo Sharingan, he could summon Susanoo, a spirit that would protect Itachi from harm. Itachi grew up becoming a child prodigy and establishing milestones from the Uchiha clan. Throughout his childhood, all he ever saw and heard was war, so he wanted to achieve peace throughout the world. He eventually joined the ranks of the Anbu Black Ops, and where he would take secret missions. When Itachi was 13 years old, he became the first young ninja to be captain of the Anbu Black Ops. Whenever Itachi was training and polishing his ninja skills, his brother Sasuke would always watch him and admire him. Sasuke also wanted his brother's attention as well as training with him, but Itachi would most of the time ignore him or tell him that he would have to train him another day. Despite this, Itachi was doing this to protect his younger brother. Sometime later, Itachi learned that the clan was planning a coup d'etat to take over Konoha due to the way the Uchiha clan were being treated throughout the years. He feared that a civil war would ensue between his clan and the rest of Konoha, and this would cause the invaders to attack the village. To protect both the Uchiha clan and Konoha, he became a double agent to provide the Hidden Leaf village with information on his clan's actions. Itachi had a friend from his clan called Shisui Uchiha. He was mortally wounded by Danzo and gave his remaining eye to unlock Mangekyo Sharingan and achieve peace. Eventually, Itachi killed all Uchiha clan members except for his brother Sasuke. Itachi told his younger brother that he had killed his clan and his parents to test his shinobi skills. He also told his younger brother to polish his skills to a point where he is stronger than him in order to kill him. After the onslaught, the third Hokage Sarutobi, Danzo, and the other Anbu went to the scene of the crime and disposed of Itachi's victims. Before leaving the village, Itachi was in disguise and threatened Hanzo not to kill his brother, or he would release all of the information of the atrocities that Danzo had done. Finally, Itachi went to the third Hokage and told him to look after Sasuke, and Sarutobi promised to do so. Afterward, Itachi left the village as a rogue ninja and joined the Akatsuki. He had many partners doing missions for the organization, including Orochimaru, who tried to take over his body. Itachi eventually partnered up with Kisame Hoshigaki and became good friends. Years later, Itachi began to suffer blindness due to overusing the Mangekyo Sharingan and an illness in which he tried to hide until Sasuke would become strong enough to kill him. Right after the events of the attack on Konoha and the death of the third Hokage, Itachi and Kisame infiltrated the village without the suspicion of the gatekeepers from the village. Kakashi noticed them sneaking into the village, so he sent Asuma Sarutobi and Kurenai Yuhi to find out who they were and their purpose for coming to Konoha. Itachi and Kisame knew they were being followed, so they led them to an isolated location and revealed themselves. Asuma and Kurenai engaged the Akatsuki members, but they posed a challenge for them until Kakashi arrived. Itachi and Kakashi battled with their Sharingan, but Itachi's Sharingan proved to be the superior one, and he used Tsukiyomi on him, making him unable to move. However, Kakashi was able to endure Itachi's genjutsu and knew that he was the Akatsuki they were searching for, and knew that he and the Akatsuki were searching for the nine-tailed fox. Itachi then instructed Kisame to capture Kakashi to find out what else he knew about the Akatsuki's plans, and to kill Asuma and Kurenai. However, Might Guy was able to parry with Kisame. Eventually, Itachi and Kisame decided to retreat, and afterward, Itachi reported the Akatsuki plans in store and the threat that they had to the world of the leader of Konoha. He also wanted to warn Danzo that he was still alive and Sasuke would not be hurt. To not raise any suspicion from Kisame, Itachi pretended to pursue Naruto since he was a Jinchuriki. They tracked down Naruto at an inn in Shukuba town. However, Naruto was under the protection of Jiraiya, so Itachi used the genjutsu on an attractive woman so he could draw Jiraiya away. After Itachi and Kisame cornered Naruto, the Akatsuki members were pondering on how to apprehend him. However, Sasuke interrupted them, who heard about his brother's return, and attacked by using his Chidori. However, Itachi deflected it and broke Sasuke's wrist, only for Jiraiya to return before things escalated quickly. Instead, Itachi decided to overpower Sasuke and incapacitate him using his Tsukiyomi, and then they made their escape. Jiraiya tried to stop them by summoning a toad and using Toad Mouthbin, but Itachi used Amaterasu and escaped. 2.5 years later, when the Akatsuki were sealing the One Tail, they learned that ninjas from Konoha were trying to find their location. Kisame volunteered to delay Team Guy while Itachi went to intercept Team 7. Itachi eventually arrived at Team 7's location, and he was impressed with Naruto's growth since he trained with Jiraiya for 2.5 years. He used his genjutsu to torment Naruto for his failures to protect his friends, including Sasuke, until Naruto's teammates broke the illusion. Naruto's Big Ball Rasengan defeated Itachi, but it was a clone made by Nagato. Time passed and Itachi found out that Sasuke was training with Orochimaru, ended up killing him, and now he was coming to murder his brother. Knowing that his death was near, Itachi sent a shadow clone of himself to meet with Naruto. He insisted that he wanted to talk instead of fight. Itachi asked Naruto what Sasuke meant to him, and what he would do if he fought against Konoha. Naruto replied that he was Sasuke's brother, and he was a better brother than Itachi was. If Sasuke decided to invade Konoha, he would defend it without killing Sasuke. Itachi was satisfied with Naruto's answer and gave Naruto some assistance. Without Naruto knowing its true purpose, Itachi placed a crow inside the young ninja's body, which had Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan. Afterward, the clone disappeared. Elsewhere, another clone of Itachi allowed Sasuke to track him to one of Akatsuki's lairs. Sasuke did not hesitate to attack his brother's clone, and displayed new abilities that he had learned. Itachi was convinced that Sasuke had gotten strong enough to defeat him. He arranged to meet with his younger brother at the Uchiha hideout before it disappeared. Sasuke finally arrived at the hideout, where he saw Itachi sitting in a chair. They started their fight by using genjutsu on each other. While they were fighting, Itachi told Sasuke the true identity of Tobi, who is Madara Uchiha, and the mystery surrounding the Mangekyo Sharingan, including the powerful Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Itachi was disappointed that Sasuke hadn't gained his Mangekyo, but said that he could still take Sasuke's eyes to gain the Eternal Mangekyo. Eventually, Sasuke was able to break free from Itachi's Tsukiyomi and began fighting without the use of genjutsu. After exchanging many punches and jutsus and destroying the Uchiha hideout, Sasuke thought he had finally defeated his brother, but Itachi was able to survive by awakening his Susanoo. He approached Sasuke, who had used all of his chakra due to him performing the Kirin. However, out of desperation, Sasuke activated his cursed seal of heaven and unleashed Orochimaru towards Itachi. Orochimaru sprung from Sasuke's body and stated his true intentions to take over the young Uchiha's body. However, Itachi wanted Orochimaru to appear from the beginning of the battle to draw him out. He pierced Orochimaru with Susanoo's sword of Totsuka, sealed Orochimaru away, and removed Sasuke's cursed seal. Itachi resumed his resolution to take Sasuke's eyes while the young Uchiha made futile attempts to keep Itachi away. Eventually, Susanoo degraded, leaving Itachi defenseless. He began approaching Sasuke, and when he finally reached him, instead of taking Sasuke's eyes, Itachi touched his forehead with his 2 fingers, as he would always do back when Sasuke was young. The touch that Itachi did to Sasuke was to seal the Amaterasu in Sasuke's eyes, and was meant to only activate against Madara's Sharingan to protect him. He genuinely smiled at Sasuke and apologized to him for all the suffering Sasuke had to endure because of his older brother. Itachi succumbed to his disease and fell to his death with a smile on his face. Before the 4th Shinobi World War was about to begin, Kabuto approached Madara to join war forces. Madara gladly accepted him, and Kabuto used his summoning reanimation technique to resurrect Itachi and 4 other dead members of the Akatsuki as offerings for Madara's plan for the war. When the war finally began, Itachi was mobilized with the rest of Kabuto's reincarnated ninja. Itachi was paired with Nagato, who was carrying him because he could no longer walk. Naruto and Killer Bee eventually found them, and Itachi fought against Naruto only because Kabuto manipulated his body. He learned that Naruto was able to control the 9-tailed fox because of Naruto's 9-tailed chakra mode. Naruto also told Itachi that Sasuke was working for the Akatsuki to destroy Konoha due to the truth about the Uchiha clan. Itachi was shocked to hear about his younger brother. Itachi and Nagato continued attacking Naruto and Killer Bee while instructing them on how to evade their attacks. Eventually, Itachi called out the crow he had implanted on Naruto and allowed it to use its genjutsu on him, freeing Itachi from Kabuto's control of his body. Now that Itachi was free, he joined Naruto and Killer Bee's fight against Nagato by using his Amaterasu on him and his summons. He eventually took care of Nagato with the sword of Totsuka and sealed him away. Itachi quickly decided to find Kabuto to end his reanimation technique. On his way, he crossed paths with Sasuke and quickly asked questions to Itachi, but felt that he was unworthy to talk to Sasuke again. Itachi admitted that he had made the mistake of manipulating Sasuke, which actually led him to a darker path. As they were drawing close to Kabuto's lair, Itachi tried to ditch his brother, but Sasuke decided to follow him and join him to confront Kabuto. They eventually found him, and Sasuke moved to kill Kabuto, but was blocked by Itachi, explaining that they needed Kabuto alive if they wanted to break the summoning resurrection jutsu technique. Sasuke offered to help him on the condition that Itachi would finally talk to him afterward. Sasuke and Itachi began fighting against Kabuto. He tried to turn Sasuke against Itachi, pointing out all the lies and distrust Itachi had been showing Sasuke over the years. Itachi admitted his faults for lying to his brother, but promised that he would reveal the truth. After Itachi defeated Kabuto by using Izanami on him, Sasuke told Itachi that he would never forgive Konoha for the way they treated the Uchiha clan, and that he would continue to conspire against the village despite Itachi's wishes. Itachi listened to his brother without responding, and was soon engulfed in light since the resurrection technique began to break. Before dissolving into the afterlife, Itachi faced Sasuke and admitted everything to what he had been told about him. He reached Sasuke to poke his forehead again, seemingly, but instead gave Sasuke a head bump, symbolizing that he no longer saw his younger brother as a child, but rather as an equal. He told Sasuke that he wanted no forgiveness and promised that he would love Sasuke no matter what he decided to do. His reincarnated body dissolved and his soul returned to the afterlife. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials have got you covered. Our We the Celestials My Hero Academia and Naruto What Ifs retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I'd like to extend you an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being that we only accept members from 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interest by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.